Guys, it's Copper Cutlass, and we are tired. Literally tired. So, you guys know that I sealed one wheel. I think I may have mentioned it. After last weekend's time out at the track, I decided to get new tires. I want different front runners. And I decided to reseal two other wheels that had minor leaks. No biggie. We got our trusty 28.9s, which have worked. Those drag radials, I think, are starting to go. And these are the front runners that I had for a long time in the front. And by a long time, I mean, like, I think I got these in 2020. They're already spoken for. I already got somebody lined up to pick them up. They barely got any street miles and just not what I expected them to be. So, man, okay. I just saw something that was weird. There was hardware laying here where I have my stop limiter. Must have broken. That explains a couple of things. Let's check out the other side. May as well be live. Yeah, you see? You got a limiter just like this. And, I think it went through the frame and got ripped out. So, that might have something to do with our traction issues. Uneven suspension, which again, maybe that happened on the first pass, I don't know. Nobody at the track found a bolt, so maybe it's in the frame, because it does kind of almost line up with the original holes where the bump stops are supposed to go. So anywho, that's interesting to find out. We got our wheels all sealed up. Those are our go-tos. This is what's cool. My buddy JJ lent me these. They're off of his 71 Supreme. I think you guys have seen the videos where I painted the hood for his car. The original tall scoop rammer hood. The one that I did like right before COVID hit. Man, these look great on there. It's a 29.5, 10.5. And my only problem is they sit really far out. He's got these on a 4.5-inch back spacing, and he told me the whole story behind it. He had to roll his quarters. I am afraid to roll my quarters for a couple of reasons, and I'm not going to go into detail. I'm not worried about breaking the paint, even though I am worried about creating more work. I'm not worried about breaking the paint. We're certainly not afraid of hurting the car, but ultimately, the wheels that I'm going to be getting will have 5.5-inch back spacing. So at the end of the day, we get a 29.5, 10.5 down the road. Will be good. So I am debating on what I'm going to do with that, because I really did want to try these for testing, but I may want to reconsider. And just, I pretty much bought these tires already from JJ. He just left them on the wheels so we're planning on testing this weekend. So they look good, but there's a little quirk to my car. So when we hung these quarter panels, I didn't have a ton of money. And I guess I'm going to get into details as to why I don't want to roll the quarter panels. The outer wheelhouses were kind of shot. So if you look at the side profile of this car, my quarter panels actually sit in a hair more than like a stock 71, 72. And that's because I didn't want to do the outer wheelhouses, so I shaved them back, put a little lip on them, and actually welded them to the quarter. They're actually not welded to the flange because I'm like, well, I didn't know any better. I was 17, kind of learning, didn't have money, didn't want to do that, and it's just how I did it. So no big deal. So both sides exactly aren't evenly in. This side is actually in more. So this tire would definitely drive up into my quarter and demolish things. And it's about like a 1-inch difference. It's not the biggest difference in the world, but you could see that this tire is almost flush with the side. And on this side, we're about 1 inch shy. So there's that story. Now, cool stuff going on. We got brand new drag radials, which are the same compound as those other radials. And man, I can tell you that those tires are hard. They are old. I got whatever use I got out of them for $100. I think I paid like $100 and something bucks for those, just for enough. But these are new. They're much you can just stick your nails in them and like look at just leaving the imprint. That's how soft these are. You know, the other ones are they're hard. I got new front runners. They're 28-inch tall. They're going to look really good in the front. They would actually look really good with this combo with the 29.5. But just for a comparison, like this is the ET Radial Pro. So this is, you know, like, let's find a good spot. You know, we're not really leaving any heavy divots in them. And these tires just feel harder as they weather. And as you drive them, if you drive them on the street, which these tires were driven on the street, they were also in a wreck at the track, I believe. I got some uses out of them, but man, you can just feel it. I can't explain it, but these tires are done for. They might have a pass or two left in them, but probably give them away to the racetrack because they usually want to lay rubber down. And there you go. So that's what we got going on. Today I'm actually doing a couple of things to the car itself. Mainly checking the valve lash. You know, we did hit valve float. And I'm going to drain the coolant system and add just straight water. I found out that I was about a gallon low at the track last week and I had a lot of heat soak. I thought I had the system topped off. Apparently I did not. So that's our little update. You know, nothing crazy, but we got new tires on the same old wheels. Hoping to make some good runs on the radials because the radials are always faster. But we had traction issues all weekend. But after, you know, talking to you guys, and again, like I'm being totally open with you guys, the hardware for our limiter was sitting here. So what that means is that the right side is topping out on travel before the left side does. The car is very unsquare. That would definitely unload it. And that could have a lot to do with why we were having the problems we were having. But I probably broke it on the first run, to be honest with you. So, because they were on there. But it is what it is. So we'll let you guys go. Share, like, subscribe. Just making an update because it's been a little bit. And obviously we went to the track and I did a small video on that. That was kind of boring. This one's probably boring. But we're getting ready to hit the track and so is my buddy and we're going to get his Mustang out there.